I'm not sure how y'all listen to, our sessions together, but I would recommend if you listen to the music, y'all probably don't get into it as much as I do because I'm telling you, it's different when you've got like earbuds or headphones in. Oh man, these headphones, I mean, you can hear the bass and oh, it's just gorgeous. But I imagine because with my psychiatrist the other day, a couple of us see the psychiatrist. There's about three in my house that see the psychiatrist. So when I had to bring one of my kids up here to see their psychiatrist and I was with them, they didn't have earphones. So I took these off and the volume and everything, just the quality is so gone. So I highly recommend that, for our time together, get you some earbuds or some headphones. And these are actually wireless. I just never charge them. So when I start working out at the gym, I got my gym outfit in, and I want to say that they're a little bit taut around the old package area. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not exactly sure. I feel like I need to have something on. Maybe a pair of shorts over my little pants. When I'm in the old gym there. So I'm not sure because basically my build is very similar. For those of you that are familiar with The Simpsons, when I'm just in my underwear, I look like Homer Simpson. That's exactly what I look like. So in the body tights. So I'm not sure that that's the look that I'm going for when I go to the gym. All right, I wanted to show y'all this though. I've been very busy today. Every now and then I get inspired. So I will have this for y'all. I have been working on this because I think I've decided that we're going to do a quarterly balance, right? We're going to rebalance the thing at the end of the course. So I made some major changes here, right? So we got TQQ, TMF, and our cash. So here's what we basically decided to do. We're going to 70% of our income trade, right? Which is TQQ, or you can do UPRO or use whatever you pick, IQ. Then we're going to go 20% TMF, and then we're going to cash. So I made these yellow because you could change them to anything that you wanted to. Right, so you could do 80-20. If you did 80-15, that'd be 5% cash. And then this thing will automatically tell you, well, if you want your TQQs, you're currently at 77%. That's your current percent of your allocation right now. So right now I'm at 77% TQs. I'm at TMF 11.82%, and cash is 10.75%. And so I've now fixed this thing that it will, based on the individual allocations that we want at the end of the quarter, it'll tell you exactly how many shares to buy to get you up to 80%. Or say you wanted to be 100% there, right? And of course, that would all be off, but you would buy 63 shares. So I'm going to do this at 70%. So I need to sell 20 shares of TQ at the end of the quarter. And to get this up to 20%, I need to buy 134 shares of TMF. Isn't that cool? So I did a lot of work on this today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with y'all. If y'all just want to, you've already got your spreadsheet going. If you want to, I don't know exactly how to help you. If you're going to make the changes though on your sheet and just type in the formulas, you'll have to unhide all of this, right? So you'll have to go in here and click on there and, show all of these hidden cells that here was the booger to come up with this one, right? You got to do this times that minus that, divided by your current stock price, blah, blah, blah. Hey guys, Daddy's in his session. Can y'all be a little respectful, please? Unbelievable. Beth wanted to have kids. I was fine. We were walking in Dylan. She said, "Oh, Bobby." He flashed them eyes at me, and then 5 kids later. Hey, y'all ain't fussing in here while Daddy's in his session. It's extraordinarily embarrassing. I trade with classical music. That's good. None of these communities rock and roll, right? Yeah. None of this communist rock and roll. I got you. Yeah. So I'm really excited about this. Now, so the percentage that you desire. So say you're scared this month, right? And you say, well, dang it, I better go to 50% this, and I'll go, 40% that. So you can do all kind of things here. So it's really cool. It'll make whatever percentage. It'll tell you, right now my cash is okay. It's just these two I got to change. So I got to go, let's see, 70, what was it, 20, and then we're going to say 10%. So this is what we're doing, right? 70, 20, 10. Licello was 80% stocks, 20% cash. So we're a little different than Licello. The 3% trigger is 80% of stock, 20% bonds. So we're kind of a hybrid of Licello and the 3% triggers. We're doing our own thing here. Now, I also thought about, just for the heck of it, programming in the 3% trigger as well, which would be kind of cool, to put in the 3% trigger. But Matt, welcome in. Matt, I've done some adjustments to the spreadsheet basically here, right? So it's going to tell you on this page, the rebalancing, the quarterly rebalancing. You can now put in, it'll show you what your current allocation is in your stock, your TMF, and your cash. And then you put in the yellow, I want to be this amount of TQs, this amount of TMF, and it'll automatically tell you how many shares you need to buy or sell, which is really, really cool. So I'm excited about that. Let's do a little backward stuff today. Are we getting any signals today? None at all. Had we not sold a single option, you and I would be up $8,719. So what does that mean? Basically, that means that indeed we have the Santa Claus rally in full effect. Santa rally is in full effect. Let's see it in action. E-minis up 0.81% and the NASDAQ up a full 1%. AD is high today, y'all. We hadn't seen it this high in quite some time, 345. So I don't even see any of our lines here. What's above? What's below? Well, there's nothing above. Look at there. So that means we probably got tons of support down here. We've got the 15-minute range. We've got VWAP. We've got overnight high, which we just blew out. The hourly mid band is stepping up. The cash open was at 46.96. The bottom, the opening 15-minute range, and we probably got a overnight low down here. So we've got tons of stuff to catch us. So it is off to the races today. Off to the races. Now, let me warn you about a couple things. So over the next few days, we've got one more day. Well, do we have one more day? Yeah. I got to double check to make sure, but I think the futures will probably do what futures do on holidays. And that's they'll open tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern time, like they always do. And then they'll probably trade till 1 o'clock Eastern time. So I'll double check that to make sure, but that's normally what futures do on holidays. God is my witness, I can never remember, holiday hours and how it works, but I think it'll go futures up to 1 tomorrow. If that is the case, I'll be trading tomorrow and we will get together for a session. And if something comes up, we'll just do it a little early. So I'll double check on the hours to make sure. Okay, so market very high. Oh, the one thing I want to tell you about though is next week, the trading volume, everybody and their mom will be on vacation. All the big fish will be at the Hamptons and people going to Florida for vacations, Christmas vacations and travel. So, with the light liquidity next week, we could have some swings. And particularly if there are those, since the market has been up this year and a lot of people have, there may be some selling, people taking profits at the end of the year. There may be people selling to take losses, at the end of the year. So it wouldn't surprise us at all to see some relatively big swings next week. And if people are selling to lock in profits, get ready for the new year, then we could see some volatility. I normally don't pay that much attention to it, but I trade it anyway. We just do what we do. But don't be concerned if you see some oversized moves next week. I don't think it's a problem at all. Let's check our volume profile. See how this thing is working. Well, I be dang. Look where we're at. We're at, looks like almost an area of support or of resistance where we've reached it a few times before. Resistance, and yet resistance again. Interestingly enough, that is at the value area high on our volume profile. So we're using market profile and volume profile to kind of give us a combined look with the big green monster in the volume profile. So what do we see here? We're fairly priced and we're above all of our moving averages. We've got the point of control here. So, we should see some, movements above and below the 50% line. So everything is business as usual. As we see, the it's just incredible how this thing works. Look, I mean, how does it know? It's almost like, I don't know, it's just crazy. And maybe it's just because we tend to see patterns as humans. I'm not sure. But this thing really is probably the best thing we've got. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Let's see what NASDAQ's doing. NASDAQ's doing what NASDAQ does. And it's also around the 50% line. So we're fairly priced and above all of our moving averages. Why don't we take a look also? We need to look at this more. Let's take a look at what SPY is doing, right? So the SPY is our trigger here. To whether at the end of the month we stay in TQQs or we potentially leave it. As you see the performance of SPY, nothing has taken us by surprise. Bobby, what about those big moves down that we've been experiencing? Yeah, I got you, but it's all within the regression channel, linear regression channel. Nothing should take you surprised. Never be surprised in the linear regression channel that would go to the top and would go to the bottom. Right, it's kind of abnormal if we go outside of these, and then we would expect a revision perhaps back into the channel. So we're just channel surfing. That's all we're doing. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Channel surfing. So everything's fine. Hold on, I'm gonna yell at my damn kids. What are they doing? About to beat a teenager's ass. All right. So what are we doing now? So this looks good on SPY. Let's look at the Qs. All right, Qs, same thing, right? We went to the top of the channel. What we do, we kind of come back down to the bottom of the channel, and now we're going back up to the channel. We're just swinging back and forth. And what do? We just trade the channel. So we do what we are. Now, you say, well, what about TQs? Well, y'all, here's the thing. I really don't have to look at TQ, and I don't have to look at U Pro, because here's the Q channel now. Since everybody's checking, keep your eyes on it. Let's switch to the TQs real quick. Like same exact thing. Everybody got it? It looks the same. The values over here are different, but it's the same chart. It's just 3x. Hey, hold on one second. All right, that's it. So we're above the 200 moving average in SPY. SPY is our cash trigger. If you have not read the cash trigger book, do that over the holidays. It's a nice little book to read. And I think you'll be excited about that. All right, so it's business as usual. So now let's check our skew. See what our little skew is doing today. Skew driver is at, looking for the 520. 520 is at 37. Well, I'll be dang. 37. It looks to me like Santa has come back to reality, and we could have shot fish in a bucket. 12, 23, 21. And dang it, I'm not going to get this. I don't have to do this every day. I know y'all get tired of seeing it. All right, so let's go see it now. Ta-da! Here, shooting fish in a bucket. Here, shooting fish in a bucket. Here, shooting fish in a bucket. Look at that. I mean, it's just been a straight line, a linear shot down back to the point of average. So what is this? So now we're neutral to, well, we're just kind of neutral, right? Maybe it'll go back in. We have not been inside the 35 line for some time. So we're at 37. So we're really, really close. So that's very, very, very good. All right. So got that. I've told y'all about this. I will share it hopefully today, the new spreadsheet with the updates. If you don't want to start over with a new update, then just copy the formulas that I have in these little hidden areas here so that you will have all this nice little stuff so we can rebalance at the end of the year. It's going to be really cool. So I know right now I'm at 77% UPRO, TQQs, and I want to be at 70. So what do? You sell shares. And I'm only at 11.82% TML. I want to be at 20%. So I need to buy 134 shares. Isn't that cool? So we'll share that with you as soon as I get everything fixed on it that I want to do in the latest revision. All righty then. So now what do we do? What do we do? Always do there, Bob. Oh, Bobby, oh, Bobby. Let's go to our Analyze tab. Let's check our little hedges. Make sure we won't go out of business if the market goes kapang. So we'll go high simulations. We'll go to single symbol. We'll go to vol steps. We'll go 4 vol steps. And we'll go with this up to 15. and see what a 20% sudden drop in the market would do for us. And looks like that would bring volatility up to about 76%. That seems about right. So we'd be up about $76,000. What about if we put the whole portfolio in there, old Bobby, old Bobby? Uh-oh, we're underwater, y'all. We've lost $17,000. Well, dang it, doodles. Dang it, doodles. So what does that mean? It's a good question. I still think the Santa rally's coming tomorrow. So hopefully we're going to get to close this. So this would really help me if I could buy these 5 and complete the black swan hedge. So, I'm 20 cents away. If I was feeling froggy today, I could certainly go ahead and fill that and complete my hedge. I think I'm perfectly fine going into tomorrow. Hopefully this will go down to 220, 215 tomorrow. I may go ahead and just move that. But if you're worried, I'm not worried. I would go ahead and probably do this. Go ahead and fill the 5. Okay. So let's look at the forest. The forest, we're at 208 deltas. That looks pretty nice and not too far from our deltas of our TQs, which is our income driver. So you want to kind of keep these, kind of close. Then with your hedges, sometimes it's going to make it a little bit less. That's fine. All right, theta is negative, which I don't like. And everything's doing good, up $575 on the day. Ta-da! So we're looking really good. So what does that mean? Let's look at the other account. The other account's up $568. Very, very similar. We got 203. As you know, that's my number. The best is at 208. My eyes is going 203. The best earned Boy Scout troop you've ever seen. Boy Scout troop 203, where I went all the way up to the level of tenderfoot. I made it all the way to tenderfoot, which I think is the very first thing, which is very sad. But I just couldn't concentrate back in the day, so I only made it to tenderfoot. So we got a little negative theta here. Yeah, very manageable. Negative theta. All right, so with that being done, we know what to do. It is time to do the daily 111 put. We need some music for that. It's time for the 111. Yay. All right, so where we go? We're going to go closest, 45, 60 days. So I'll go 57 days out. Don't. We'll go long put vertical. We're going to make that little puppy 50 wide. There she goes. That would be for $15.75, but no, au contraire, we want to move it down in the stripes where we can pay $10 for that. Because we are greedy, so we will hold our money. There's $10.25, there's $9.75. We'll move it up to 10, chapont, and we are filled. I said we are filled. So now what do? We got to sell 20-something dollars worth to pay for it. How about 20 and a quarter? All right, old Bobby, old pal. So that's our naked component. We'll sell that and we'll fill. Activity button. We see that we filled here. Why did I do that? So I can move it over to screen number 3. Or is that screen number 2? I got 3 screens. All right, so we move it over to the side. Then we'll go put that same trade on over in this account. Why, Bobby, you doing the same thing in another account? Well, remember, the Tasty Work account, I'm running that account for a friend, right? He begged me for over a year to trade the account for him, so I trade that for him. Kind of cool, though. So he pays me a percentage of his profits. It's kind of cool. We got like a nice little agreement there. Every month, he pays me money. Well, except for one. We didn't make money one month. We made money the rest of it. All right, so we'll go over the profit and loss for the year next week, tomorrow, and then we'll have our yearly end of the year. How did we do? Now, the problem is, I think we're going to be close to break even if we keep the Santa rally up in this account. We've done really well in the other account. And remember, part of the reason that we did so bad in this account is we were experimenting with everything. We were trading stocks. Matt got me into DraftKings. God knows what else the man got me into. Jeez, man, leave me alone. That's fine. So we'll break even, lose a little in this account. But now I'm on the straight and narrow, doing what I should do. All right, so 45, 90, 45, 40, 45, 90. That Matt. If I get a hold of that Matt, I'm going to tear him limb from limb. Hey, you make me shush, kid. Little freak of nature. That's $10 there. Daddy's in session. I did take my medicine today, by the way. I had a nice lunch. I had chicken and dressing with green beans that are not nearly as good as best. And we had, what else did I have? We'll move this down to $10. So we'll know we'll get finished. $10, $10. I said $10. There we go. To-do. So I think we're on what, 111 San Francisco 49ers. Let's show our groups. Man, it's going to make me small print again. Application settings. Yeah, chicken and dressing is wonderful. Let's see. What is the tilt of the cash trigger book? Yeah. Oh, the title of the cash trigger book. Everybody, you already got it. Okay, yeah, Kindle. Yeah. So, Ken, what you do, if I can kind of summarize it, is okay. So, say you start off with $10,000 in your TQ, right? Now, in that book, he's using a small cap fund. So, but let's see if I can remember. I can't type and do stuff. Let me take my hands off. All right, so here's what it is. Let's say we start off with $10,000. Okay. Then he would say, at the end of the quarter, you want to make sure that your income generator, in our case TQQ, would be up 3%. So 3% of that is what? $10,300, right? So if your account was at $11,000, you would need to sell $700 worth of TQ to bring it back down to a 3% bump. Cool, huh? And then you would sell that and put that money, the $700, into bonds. Now, I think, Ken, you're probably going to come up with the same thing that I do, though. Since he was not using it on a triple leverage product, I thought that we should probably say, well, we need to be up 9% over a quarter with our TQs. So say you start out with $10,000 and at the end of the quarter, you're at $10,900. You do nothing. You just leave it there. If you're at $11,000, you need to sell $100 worth of TQ technically. So see what I mean? Now, what if all of a sudden, if you're at $9,000, right? Your TQ's value is at $9,000, and we're saying we needed to make 9% on it that quarter. Then we would need to buy $1,900 worth of TQ to bring it up to the 9% level. Isn't that cool? That's all that is. So it's kind of a lot simpler than the AIM program, but I just basically gave you the whole book. That's what you do. You switch between your stock fund and your bond fund. 2 funds. I don't think they had anything in cash. You got to peel me off the ceiling. I had a great year. I made back all I lost on my stupid and experimental trades. I pocketed 30%. Dang, that is excellent. That is nice, Ken. Great job out of you. Yeah, that's wonderful. You know, so many traders pull against each other. They're just a-holes. God, they are. And it's so good. I must have a fix expiring. There we go. It's good that in our group that we pull for each other. No need to pull against each other. Because most traders are like, I'm the stuff. I am the dang stuff, and y'all all suck. That ain't the way that we should be. If you ever go to elitetrader.com and be in those discussions, as I have been oftentimes, I've been attacked verbally. I have been called every name in the book, and I can't stand those sons of guns. They are a bunch of jerks. A lot of jerks in trading, tons of them. Stay away from them. They are just horrible. They're not there to help. They're only there to criticize. And you can never get a group like we got a group here, you really appreciate it because
you know what I've discovered with those guys. I have a guy I used to work with he was a gunslinger like me, and he's like buying and selling 2,000-3,000 shares a day, and he's losing his ass. But what it is us people like us here, we point out to them just how wrong they are, and it's not so much they can't have you around them because you point out where they have made the mistakes, and they can't have you. So, you know, Mike, the work colleague, he don't talk to me, because I didn't, I don't buy 1,000 shares anymore. I used to swing 10 and 20 contracts at a time. I said, I don't do that anymore. I just now moved to 2 lots from 1 lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's so much better because here's the reason, Beth was saying yesterday, we were watching some show. Oh, if y'all have not watched Marrying Millions, I've been watching that on Hulu. We love that show. These young old gals get up with these older guys, and they got the older guys got all the money and stuff. Or sometimes it's the gals that's got the money and with the younger guys. It's a hilarious show. But one of them was moving to Vegas, and Beth said, I would like for us to go to Vegas. And ordinarily, that would be like the place that I would want to go because I was a gunslinger, gambler. Y'all remember, the only reason I'm trading options now is because of Beth. Beth did not like me playing poker. So I was an online poker player and I was going to tournaments and stuff outside that were, live. And so we would go on vacation and I would take books. You know how I love to read on vacation? I take books about poker. So I'm reading and studying poker. And so I was playing online poker and doing pretty well before it became illegal or whatever. And so you could actually play for money. And I was doing pretty well. And Beth was just shocked. She's like, I cannot believe you are gambling. She said, why don't you do something with, the stocks and stuff with all that you study? And I said, okay. So now that I have this, I have no desire to gamble anymore. So I have no desire to go and lose money at a poker table or make money at a poker table because all of my action and excitement comes from what we do together here in our trading. And, we meet together 30 minutes to an hour a day. That's all I need. Now I may read part of a book or articles or white papers or something where I'm learning through the day and I'm constantly thinking about it, but it's not like I'm just possessed or obsessed with it all the time. It's still a love. It still gives me my excitement. When anybody says, hey, are you still trading? You'll talk to people, family, friends, oh man, yeah, and you get all excited. And then after 5 minutes, their eyes glaze over. And that's why we do this live every day, because I just needed the human interaction with people. Because there's nobody in my circle of life that understands what we do. It's a very lonely endeavor. So we as traders oftentimes try to reach out and form communities or try to become parts of communities so that we can learn from each other and we can encourage each other. And the problem is the assholes are just so much out there that you just can't deal with it. So when we opened this up to everybody, and we've got over 200, I guess, that are in a room, most do not participate. I was worried that the a-hole factor would be coming in. But we've already, what wouldn't it, Dwayne that said Dwayne's the only asshole or something that we've got here? Was it Dwayne or somebody? Anyway, so we've got our quota on assholes, right? I'm the lead asshole here. So we have all the a-holes. Matt's got to leave, taking Caroline to the zoo for the light show and see some Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everyone. You too, Matt. Y'all have fun. And may a monkey throw duty at you. If you've never had a monkey at the zoo, they love to throw duty for some reason. And those things will just, they will hurl if you get the right monkey that's just peed off. So y'all have fun, man. That's it. So, it's we as humans desire someone to talk about this stuff to. And I try to talk to Beth about it, and even though Beth knows how to make the trades and she knows how to do the stuff, she don't want to talk about this. She has just no desire. And your spouses are probably the same way. It's kind of a lonely endeavor. So we kind of come here together and do this stuff together. So I did my 111 trade. Let's look at the VIX today, y'all. Let's look at the VIX because it might be close to us putting on our VIX hedge. Let's see if we want to do it today. The VIX is at 17.8, down 83 cents. Let's look at the chart. I may, look at there. See, remember what I said? We do cycles on this thing. Now, I don't know how Ken does cycles, but you can clearly see there are cycles in this thing, right? It just goes down, goes up, goes down. So we're almost there. So I would think, I'll say let's give it one more day, and we'll probably have a big down day all till we go up here. But I think we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I think, wait a minute, will VIX trade tomorrow? Let's see. VIX may not trade. So do I want to do it today? I may do it today, going into the weekend. Yeah, let's do that. So what, we've been around $110 or so. Let's go ahead and trade that. So remember, take your account value point times 0.0025 to figure out the dollar amount of VIX that you need to buy. Let's go ahead and do it today, because I'm uncertain about the market tomorrow. So we're going to go to 120 days. We're 117 days. And remember, we go to about a 10 delta. Now, this is the only thing that I actually use delta on. So we'll go to 0.10, 0.10. There we go, 10 delta. See, because on VIX, I have found that delta is much different than percent of in the money, right? So 0.10, so we've got 75 cents here. I can spend $110 or so. So, you could do 2 of these, or probably what's better is to actually pop down just a little bit. See this one? And buy the $1.10 that's at a 15 delta. I can do that. So let's buy that one. So for $1.10 and just have our VIX trade on, cost us $110. There she goes. Give me a little negative delta though, but that's fine. All right, so let's go do it in the other account to have our VIX hedge on. VIXy, VIXy, VIXy. Wait a minute, did I make that in the right? Yeah, I did it in 117 days. Okay. Come on, Bob, get it together, baby. What's wrong with you? All right, 117 days. Here we go. So we're going to do about the same one over here, right? The one that costs us about 17 delta. Here's the 10 delta. All right. It's kind of different than the other one, right? You can buy 2 of these actually, for $120, or you could do one here for $110. I think I'm going to do 2 here. I'm going to stay true to my research and do 2 over here. How about that? So you saw 2 ways of doing it, right? So there's my VIX hedge. And let's put that in the VIX hedge category. Let's see, let's put it in the VIX hedge category. Bob. Oh, Bobby, old pal. Unallocated. There we go. VIX. So we'll right click that, move to group, and we're going to move that to. I had this thing perfect where it would show up. I would show all my little groups, and now I don't see it. I see the VIX hedge. VIX hedge. Now I got to figure out how did I do that to where I had that. Hold on, let me do this. I had it where you see, y'all see the screen run out. I had this thing where it would go up to my 3rd screen or my 2nd screen, way up there that y'all can't see, which was really, really cool. And I didn't have to do my look and feel. It's got to be frustrating for y'all to watch that garbage all the time. Look and feel, extra large, large. I feel like I'm working at McDonald's. Look, that's supersized. And now everything's supersized. You get a small Coke somewhere, and it's like what the large used to be. Have y'all noticed that? And create VIX hedge. VIX hedge. Yeah. Everything back. Everything back. Settings. Extra large in charge. By the way, Beth's sending me to Walmart today to pick up our groceries. Thank God we're doing the thing where they bring it out to you, but unbelievable. I hate that store. And then I got to go by the other grocery store, the premium grocery store, and I got to get the ribeyes for Christmas, which is going to be excellent. I'll be cooking ribeyes. And the only rule that I have is no well-done ribeyes. If anybody wants some well-done, you got to cook them yourself. I am not burning a steak that I am buying so that y'all can say, I don't want no blood in it. Listen, it's not blood, y'all. It's juice, and it's really, really good. So a medium well, I got no problem. But when you're coming in and you say, oh, it's got to be well done, I'm not going to burn a steak. I just can't. What's your commission on the VIX calls? That's a good question. My commission dropped a nickel from 65 to 60 cents. I didn't ask for it. Unbelievable. I think mine, hold on a second. I think mine is, did it say? Let me do that. Monitor, field orders, create duplicate order. Let's see, show what my commission is. 55 cents. 55 cents. So yours, they dropped it to 60. Y'all call him and say, Bobby's got 55 cents. Yeah, commissions, man. And I never knew you could negotiate commissions with tasty groups. Learn something new every year, man. All right, anyone got any questions or anything? So if you're not going to be with us tomorrow, you'll have a Merry Christmas. If you, I anticipate that the futures are open. I just have a feeling that they will be. And that's what I'll normally trade during our lunchtime hour tomorrow. So I'll hopefully see y'all tomorrow, and y'all have a good rest of your day.